back to my YouTube channel, but if you're new here, my name is Brittany. I'm a Chicago-based lifestyle content creator, and today I'm sharing my August favorites. So this is a series I've been doing on my channel since the beginning of the year, since January, and we're back for the August installment. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. As always, we're gonna kick it off with beauty products. So my favorites for beauty this month are actually more in the like body care, I feel like, realm. So first up we have this, oh, will this focus? This Youth to the People body cleanser. So it's a superfood and niacinamide body cleanser. And I mean, I love all other Youth to the People products, like, or at least all the ones I've tried. Oh yeah, I just wanted to get like a hit of the scent because it smells so good to like remind me of what it smells like. And like I use like the Youth to the People like facial cleanser and a lot of other products I've tried too and really like. And this product was recommended to me, and I will be honest, it's a little pricey for like a body wash basically, but the bottle is big. As you can see, it's 16 ounces and it lathers up really well, so I feel like it'll last me a while. And it also just smells so good. Like I feel like every time I'm taking a shower, I'm literally at the spa. So okay, so the scent is called Elevated Self, and it has notes of cedarwood, black pepper, and fresh greens. Let's see, is there anything else they say about it? No, that's just like the basics. So like I said, it just smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. It actually smells a little bit similar to the cleanser, but I feel like this is much more fragrant. But like I said, it lathers up really good, and I feel like it does truly leave you like squeaky clean. And also my skin doesn't feel like, you know, sometimes you get out of the shower and your skin feels like dry because of like the body wash that you're using or the soap or whatever. I feel like this does feel moisturizing too. And then if you really want to get into the spa game, then once you're out of the shower, moisturize with the Youth to the People body butter, which I think I've talked about in a previous favorites video. Put on a robe, you're at the spa, baby. So anyway, I really love this cleanser, and I will absolutely be rebuying this once it runs out, hopefully not too soon. And it's something that I love. So that's one product. So I have two picks for beauty this month. So the next product I'm sharing is the Cécred Hydrating Cleanser. So this product, Cécred launched as a line like in March, I think, or February maybe. This product though just came out at the beginning of August, and I like had my eye on it because I've tried other products from Cécred, and everything I've tried I have really liked, and I've rebought some of this stuff a few times, but I'd really been waiting for the conditioner because I guess I'm kind of fickle about conditioners. I guess there's only been one that I've ever been like obsessed with. A lot of other, and I use a lot of conditioner when I wash my hair. I was really curious about this one because like I said, all the other products I really liked, and they are like salon tested, yada yada yada. This one I actually used when I washed my hair yesterday, and I desperately need a haircut, so my ends do look a little, I feel like, dry and frizzy to begin with, but I do feel like this gave me some hydration, some bounce. It also smells really good. It smells, oh yeah, it smells like, I literally feel like I'm at the salon. It smells a lot like if you've used the moisture, what is it called, the moisture sealing lotion from Cécred. I feel like it smells almost exactly like that. I will say my only complaint about this product is the bottle is not very big, so it's 8 ounces. I don't remember how much this costs. I honestly, it was in the $20 to $30 range, probably $25 I'm gonna assume. So I feel like conditioner is something you use a lot of, especially if you have curly or coily hair. And not that this line is specifically targeted for just curly and coily hair, but it's a Black-owned brand by Beyonce, and it is like they designed it with like for seep hair in mind. So with that being said, I feel like the bottle should be a little bit bigger. So Miss Tina, I don't know if you're listening, Blue Ivy maybe, but if we get like a value size on this, I feel like it would be good because I'm gonna go through this probably in like maybe 2 more washes. But overall, I really like it. I do feel like it did like really hydrate my hair, like I said, and made it just feel like it wasn't heavy or anything either. And like I said, the smell is really good. So I feel like I probably will rebuy, but would love to see it in a value size or something. All right, moving along now to the next category. I don't often share a food. I do share things like in the wellness-ish realm, but I've maybe only shared a food once or twice or something. I mean, I eat a lot, but I do have a food product, like an edible product, I guess, that I'm gonna share this month because this is something like I just randomly kind of stumbled upon, and I feel like it's like they're really good. So it's these Oatsome overnight oats, which I know you can obviously make your own overnight oats. Like, and I don't remember how much this costs, but maybe it could be less expensive. But this just feels like so easy, and I feel like So I've mentioned on my channel a handful of times before, I'm like working on like a weight loss journey and like getting into a good like food routine and everything, and anything that will make it easier. I feel like for me, and I feel like other people probably can relate to this too, like I'm all about, because it's literally 2 steps to make this, and it already has like in it like chia seed, flaxseed, hemp. I often add chia and flaxseed to things for like some extra like fiber and protein and stuff, but it's nice that this already has it in here, like in the mix. So you literally just take half a cup of this, and they say you can mix it with water. I put it with oat milk. It already has oat milk. Oh, it has oat milk powder in it, I think, which that's why it's like shelf stable, but I just put more oat. Water sounds weird to me. Like it's not gonna have enough flavor, and they said you could add milk for like some extra protein anyway. So I add like half a cup of, oh yeah, it's equal parts of the oat mix, equal parts milk, and then I just like put it in a mason jar, shake it up, and then put it in the fridge. And I just do overnight, they say at least for 4 hours. And then in the morning, pull it out, throw some like berries, bananas or something on top of it. Sometimes I do a little chocolate chips on it, and you have like a breakfast ready to go. And it is actually really filling. I mean, it doesn't look like a lot when you have the mixture, like when you mix everything up, it's not a lot of, it doesn't look like substance. It doesn't look like a lot of substance, but it is actually really, it does actually keep me full. They say like how many, I guess it says only 7 grams of protein for half a cup, which is not a ton of protein, but I do genuinely feel like it actually keeps me full. So like I said, I kind of just randomly stumbled upon these, but I think I will rebuy this. There were other flavors, I don't know if that's the right word, but other variations, because this is the original of this that I remember seeing, but I have been really into these. All right, so moving out of like the product focused realm and more into the entertainment realm now, also like just to address the elephant in the room, I am missing so many nails. I think I have 3 total across my 10 fingers. So it might be noticeable, but I didn't really care. I was like, we're filming this video regardless. But anyway, kicking off the entertainment realm with my favorite album of the month. This is not a new album, but it was a new album to me as of like the summer, I want to say like May, June time. And then I purchased it in August or July, like the end of July. And that is Chappell Roan's Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess. So like I'm a Midwest princess as well. So like I said, this album came out last year in 2023, I think in like November of 2023 or something. And Chappell Roan's like rise to star power this year has been crazy, and this album is actually it was kind of hard to find. Resellers were selling it on Discogs for like crazy amounts, but I just happened to literally log on to Amazon one day and it was available for like $35, and I had like a $20 gift card to Amazon or something, so I bought it. And it's just the basic black, it's the pop star edition, which is just a basic black variant, but like I said, the other ones are truly impossible to come by. And I just feel like this album is it is like pop music is back. Like Chappell Roan is like, I don't know what how to even sum up what she's doing, but her like sound is not like I feel like most of the other new pop girlies that are out right now. And she is so like authentically, like her artistry and just the way. I also had an opportunity to see her perform a couple weeks ago, which was at Lollapalooza, which was she was so good. But I just feel like she's just being so authentic, like in the way that she is like leaning into like being an artist and just like going, like being creative and being fun. And like she has an amazing voice. Like her vocals are like up there. And then, but the songs still sound so fun. Like Pink Pony Club, it sounds like if you're just listening to like it, like for the vocals, you're like, wow, this is a really outstanding song. But it's just also like such a fun song about wanting to express yourself and be who you really want to be and not hold back. So I mean, I love Chappell Roan. And I also love, again, like kind of going back to that authenticity piece, like Chappell Roan is a persona, and I love an artist that's going to put on a persona and like, again, perform, like give me what I want, give me the artistry, give me the music. Because, and like she like right now has been going on like social media and stuff and talking about how like stan culture is so like she is hating stan culture, which I agree. I think I've probably mentioned this on my channel before. I do not love stan culture. I'm not gonna, maybe to be dramatic, it's me ruining the music industry, but people are just weird. Like I don't need to know everything personally about an artist to enjoy their music. And I honestly think the less I know about them personally and if I still enjoy the music, that means it is just objectively good music. So like she's talked a lot about how like if people continue being as weird and as in terms of being stands, she will stop making music. So people please stop, because this is only Chappell Roan's first album and we need more from her. But it's like, did no one listen to the song Stand from Eminem back in the 2000s? He warned us about this. So I like her, like the persona of, she puts on Chappell Roan as like this drag queen that she's coming out to like just perform, and that's who she is. And then during the day, she's Kaylee. I think her name's Kaylee, like a normal girl, if you will. So, and it's also just like her story of being like an underdog. Like she's been like for basically 10 years trying to break through in the music industry on her own, and then finally did it. And I feel like that makes the music, like, you just appreciate it so much more. So I will say, like, I mean, I love Pink Pony Club, as basic as it is, but it's just such a fun song. But I feel like otherwise my favorite tracks from the album are like Red Wine Supernova, and maybe even like what is it, Super Graphic Ultra Modern Girl. It's kind of hard to even say what my favorite song is, because there aren't any that I like dislike. They're all just like, they're so like, her voice just sounds so beautiful. The lyrics are so like fun to listen, like they're so like tongue-in-cheek in a lot of ways. And I mean, I almost feel like a poser because I'm like, I'm not queer, but like I feel like I'm still enjoying the lyrics, which again means this is objectively good music. So I'm like, I don't want to be a poser and like stepping into like arenas that I'm not welcome in, but like I love my girl Chappell. So like, look at the back, like it's just, she looks so chic, so cool, so fun. So from one Midwest princess to another, Chappell Roan, we love you. Please never stop. So that's my favorite album of the month. My favorite song of the month, which is a category that I just introduced last month. My favorite song of the month is also something that is not a new song, but like has reemerged back into the zeitgeist, and that is Freedom by Beyonce. So that's the song from Lemonade, and so it came out in what, 2016, and Kamala Harris has been using it on her like campaign ads. Like it is basically like the soundtrack to her campaign. And I mean, there was an ad that came out, I want to say it was 2 or 3 days after she announced her candidacy. And when I first heard it out, it was like, just because I assume everything on the internet is AI now, like everything seems fake and like I don't trust anything. So when I saw it, I was like, is this AI? And when I realized it was truly from her campaign, I was like, oh baby, we're in. It is the perfect song for like the theme of the campaign that they're running. And I just also forgot how much I love that song. I shouldn't say it's just Beyonce, it's Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar, but every time I see one of those like ads for the campaign, like on TikTok, or every time I'm like watching a speech or something from Kamala Harris, and as she closes, Freedom immediately starts playing, I'm like, it sends like a little bit of a chill up my spine. So I'm just like, ooh, like in a good way, not in like a bad way. But I know so many people were like, is Beyonce gonna perform Freedom at the DNC? Maybe at the inauguration. But Lemonade is such an iconic album, and I feel like especially with Beyonce, like every album that she releases is better than the last one, which was already a great album. So it's almost like you forget about some of the older songs because it's like, okay, we're in the Cowboy Carter universe now, which like for that we were in the Renaissance universe, but like Lemonade, it is the magnum opus. So I love, again, Freedom is my song of the summer, and shout out to Kamala Harris and team for bringing it back into the fold. With that being said too, do not forget to register to vote. There's about a little over 70 days until the election, so register to vote, check your voter registration status. Okay, and in that same vein now, my favorite TV show of the month is Veep. I am along with what like millions and millions of other people just like started watching Veep in this past month since like Kamala Harris now became the candidate for president. And like I've never watched Veep, like I obviously know of Veep and I know the general like what the show is about, but I can't remember what the stat was. I want to say it was like 200% or something is what the viewership of Veep increased by within like that first week. And like that first week after like all of this unfolded. And it is honestly a really funny show. Like I'm on season 2 now, and I'm just like, why did I never watch this before? I feel like it was a time when there were so many shows on TV, and honestly, I just feel like there's not a lot good that's on TV, not a lot of good shows on TV now, in my opinion. And again, it's one of these shows, not to start sounding like a boomer, but like like when back in the day when shows would have 20 something episodes a season, not like 8 or whatever. So you get to like grow with the characters, or like you get to see like the characters evolve and stuff from episode to episode. And it's just so funny. Like it is like a hilarious show. It kind of reminds me of like an Office or the Parks and Rec, or even like Modern Family, but it's not a mockumentary style, but just in the way it's like deadpan. I mean, there's no laugh track or anything. And it's just like really deadpan humor that you have to be like paying attention to. And sometimes like the jokes hit like a second after because you're like, oh, okay. If you're not familiar with like the premise of Veep, Julia Marie Dreyfus. I almost said her name wrong, but Julia Marie Dreyfus is, she plays the main character, Selena, who is the Veep. She's the vice president. And you never see the president in this whole entire like series, which as I was watching season 1, I was like, oh, who is the president? Like we never see him. They barely say his name. And then I Googled it to see like, does he ever make an appearance? And you never actually see him, which I was like, shout out to them for doing that, for making her the like main character. But she's the Veep, and it is basically all about like her team in the White House, and just like all the different things she has to like do as Veep, especially like being a woman Veep. Because she's like playing second fiddle to this man who she feels like she is smarter than, and just like the silly things that vice presidents do, because they are just kind of like I don't want to say a prop, but like to a degree they kind of are. So like there was a scene or an episode that I watched like a couple weeks ago that like I feel like I saw a clip of JD Vance on TikTok, and I was like, this is literally what I saw in Veep like a couple of weeks ago. So like the accuracy is so funny. It's the episode where Selena is supposed to be going to this ice cream shop, and she's like, it's just like an appearance. She goes in, they have cameras, and she's like trying a different ice cream. She has like a stomach flu or stomach bug at the time, so like it does not go well for her. But the clip I'm thinking about with JD Vance recently is when he is at that donut shop, and I think in Georgia. And as I was watching that clip, I was like, this is out like an episode or like a scene truly out of Veep. So like yet again, TV are we living in the Truman Show, between everything being Scandal and or Veep. So anyway, Veep is like it's available. You can watch it on or stream it on HBO Max. I don't remember how many seasons there are total, but like I said, I'm on season 2 and I'm loving it so far. All right, and then lastly, closing out with my favorite movie of the month. I actually saw this movie, I think I saw this at the end of July, so technically not in August. And I honestly don't think I've seen any other movies in August this month, so it is my favorite, but it was one of one. Because I haven't been going to the movies as much as I had been previously. I just like haven't had a lot of free time on the weekends, but I'm getting back into my movie bag starting next month. But anyway, the movie that I saw this month that I really did like is Twister, the new Twisters movie. So I feel like it's been getting mixed reviews, which I didn't read any reviews before I went to see it. I think I might have seen it opening weekend, or like the second weekend that it had opened. And I thought it was good. Like was it the best movie I've seen all year? No, but it was really, I was way more captivated than I thought. I honestly thought I was gonna go, because I have a movie pass, so I go to the movies pretty often. And like, so I see movies even if I'm not like 100% like a drop dead fan of it. So I was like, at the very least, this will be entertaining. I'll have a snack or whatever and like just chill out for a couple of hours. But I was like locked in and captivated by like the drama of the movie. So I've seen the original Twisters obviously, but I didn't remember a single thing that happened from, like, as I started watching, I was like, I don't remember anything that happened aside from that technology Dorothy, the like storm tracking thing that was inside of those like barrels. That was the only thing I remembered, which they did. Somebody playing music outside of my apartment. Some Lil Wayne, so I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but I did really enjoy like the storyline of this. Like, I mean, it opens up right off, like hitting hard right at the very start. So they're caught in a tornado, and I mean, is this a spoiler? Maybe, but like spoiler alert, maybe, but 3 of the characters that we had just spent like 5 minutes, they were 3 of the 5 characters that we'd known die pretty much immediately, and it was shocking. And then like from there, it's like kind of a time jump into the future, and I don't know, I just thought it was really good. And I feel like it was, there obviously are a lot of remakes that are coming out right now, but I did think that this one was thoughtfully done in a sense that like it wasn't just like, oh, here's another remake and they're making the exact same movie, which again, I don't remember the original Twisters, so maybe it was very similar. But they did do some good updates for 2024. So they talked a little bit about like here and there about climate change, which is obviously a much more forefront issue and like topic than it was in the 90s. So they talk about like how climate change is basically, and like the climate crisis are making storms happen more often and on a much larger scale. Like basically like every storm is a bad storm now. But then also like there's a whole storyline of they're working on this technology to like protect smaller communities that are, you come to find out, kind of being taken advantage of by big conglomerates, which again, that's like a very big story or a big topic of discussion in the United States in like current day. Like people who are in a bad situation being taken advantage of by someone with a lot more money who says they're there to help, but are they really? So I thought that was like really well done. Also, like, what's the main character's name? I always think of him as Philip from Hamilton, and like that's what I kept picturing him as. But Anthony Ramos, that's his name. He's like one of the main characters. I didn't really recognize anybody else that was in it. Oh, and Daisy Edgar Jones is the main character. I honestly don't really know who she is. Like I felt like she looked familiar to me, but I didn't really know her from anything else. And I didn't really recognize any of the other main characters from anything else either. And like one of the, I think he's like the Matthew McConaughey character in this movie. In this version of the movie, he has like a big YouTube channel. So again, here we are on YouTube, but like that is, and he's like live streaming from the event, which is in some ways can cause a bit more chaos, which again, I feel like that's like an indictment or a good, like a critical look at like content creation, like being maybe potentially sometimes getting in the way of real life. So I don't know, I just thought it was like good. Like I enjoyed it a lot more, again, like I said, than I expected. So I don't know if it's even still in theaters now. I'm sure it will be on streaming soon. So I would recommend checking it out. Anyway, those were all of my favorites from this month. There's only like 4 months left in the year now. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.